everyone, my name is Anindya. Today I will present an analysis of general business environment towards port service industry in Indonesia. The case study at PT Pelabuhan Indonesia 3 Persero. So this is what I will discuss in this presentation. I divide it in 5 parts. First, background. Currently, Indonesia is preparing for the fourth industrial revolution era, which aims to increase the competitiveness and productivity of the national industry. By 2023, the logistic market will become one of the largest industries in the world. But ports in Indonesia still have low competitiveness compared to the other countries. Meanwhile, Indonesia must be a major player of the port and shipping industry because Indonesia is a maritime country, whereas 40% of the world's logistic trade passes through Indonesia water. The most obvious difference between the domestic and international trades is the much greater prominence of non-containerized general cargo in the domestic trades. Around 65% of the general cargo traveling internationally is containerized, compared with 20% of the general cargo traveling on domestic routes. This is likely to be in part a reflection of the absence of specialized container handling equipment at many domestic ports. Next, this is an overview about port service industry. From what I've summarized in this slide can be seen a description, structure, characteristic, key industry trends, and a glimpse of infographics about Indonesian port sector. Service related to port are waste collection facilities, containers depots, warehousing, electrical and clean water installation, ship maintenance and repair, packaging and furnishing, office supply, etc. Then I have met 5 porter first in the port service industry, and here is the analysis. Trade of new entrants is low, bargaining power of supplier is high, competitive rivalry is moderate, trade of substitute product is moderate, bargaining power of buyer is low. The next part is business environment analysis. For this part, I divide it into 5 subparts analysis toward each business environment. First is economic environment. Indonesia is going through a period of unprecedented growth and economic development. Driven by favorable economic driver, trade activity has been on a rapid rise. However, existing infrastructure and operational hurdles may affect the country port and logistic development progress. The calculation of maritime GDP contribution is obtained by calculating from 2010 as the base year. In 2010, the value of maritime GDP was 782 trillion rupiah, or 11.40% of national GDP. Meanwhile, in 2018, it is projected that its value and contribution to national GDP in each kemaritiman cluster is as the following table. Second is demographic environment. From the following graphic, it can be assumed that there is a demographic bonus. It means the number of productive age is larger than unproductive age. By the key digital behavior and trends over time and across demographic, the internet penetration in Indonesia is above the global average. This can increasing the potential target market or customer. The next is government environment. The vision and mission of National Logistics System is formulated based on current national logistic practice, the development of national and global environment. Based on this vision and mission, goals and strategy for achieving them are formulated, which are reflected in policy, roadmaps, action plans, and stage of implementation. The format can be in the form of laws, current regulation, rules, policy, and mechanism of interaction of logistical activities among stakeholders which accommodate macro and micro perspective in handling national logistical issue. The fourth is sociocultural environment. According to the Global Web Index, Indonesia is the country with the highest rate of e-commerce adoption in the world in 2019. As many 90% of internet users aged 16 to 64 in Indonesia have purchased products and services online. The next is technological environment. The Ministry of Transportation of the Republic of Indonesia has begun digitalization efforts, such as conducting the Transurb Challenge. The purpose of this regarding the use of information technology to improve better transportation service in the future and encourage the startup of digitalization in the field of transportation. InnoPortNet is an open and neutral electronic portal to facilitate the exchange of data and information on port service in a fast, safe, neutral, and easy way that integrated with relevant government agencies, port business entities, and logistical industry players to improve the competitiveness of the Indonesian logistic community. The next part is company decision. First, company profile. PT Pelabuhan Indonesia 3 Persero established in December at 1, 1992. The company is responsible for shipping safety, port operation, water transportation, and maritime environment. The location is in Semarang, Central Java, a holding company that manages 10 subsidiaries and affiliated companies engaging in various factors related to port service. And this is the structure of subsidiaries, affiliation, and secondary subsidiaries of PT Pelabuhan Indonesia 3 Persero. The next is company position in the industry. Around 10 companies listed at this port service industry in Indonesia. It's dominated by PT Pelabuhan Indonesia from 1 till 4, and PT Pelabuhan Indonesia 3 as a holding company that has 10 subsidiaries and affiliated companies in various sectors related to port service, such as logistic, health service, container loading and unloading, liquid and gas bulk terminal management. Then PT Pelindo 3 Persero is a state-owned enterprise that have 43 public ports in 7 provinces in Indonesia, which is Central Java, East Java, Bali, South Kalimantan, Aceh. And this is the map of the operational area of Pelabuhan Indonesia 3 Persero. The next is impact of change to the industry. From technology environment, challenge in developing port space due to globalization and or Industry 4.0. The next is government environmental industry consolidation will accelerate and increase competition. Demographic environment, ship scale, and shipping traffic will increase rapidly. International business law, increasing international regulation. Sociocultural, increasing security demands. Natural environment, increasingly limited industrial land and increasing environmental issues. And the last from economic environment is regional economic and labor quality. The next impact of the change to the company from the strength by 20 and 23, the logistic market will become one of the largest industry in the world. PT Pelabuhan 3 Persero must be a major player in the port service industry because Indonesia is a maritime country, whereas 40% of the world's logistic trade passes through Indonesian water. From the weakness, Indonesian port management, which is dominated by state-owned enterprise ports, is still inadequate in terms of several international standard indicators due to the globalization and technological development. From the opportunity, there is 3 points. From the opportunity, first, globalization emerging a new and growing market share. Second, increasing role of ports in global supply chain management and logistic network structure. Third, rapid growth in volume seaborne freight, especially container. From the threat, need to be aware of disruptive technology, high costs, and constraints for developing port facility. And then strategic decision to solve the problem. From strain, clear policy and procedure be developed to clarify the responsibility of various levels of government for future development of the port sector, and they ensure the appropriate integration of sub-maritime national economic development plans with the national logistics system blueprint. From the weakness, ports need to prepare themselves well so as not to miss the development of world-class port management, especially improvement in several key aspects such as containerization, infrastructure, port security, and port technology. From the opportunities, first, take advantage of strategic business opportunities beyond port service. Second, developing the company business in the port business value chain. Third, dominate the control of bulk and cargo market share in Pelabuhan Indonesia 3 Persero area. From trades, first, budget allocation for technological advance and research and development. Second, allowing an increase in influx of capital investment to further development and company expansion of the port industry. And the next is possible outcomes. First, emerging world-class port and service through digitalization. Second, synergy in the value chains of the industry. Third, growing contribution of logistic industry to GDP Indonesia. And the last is conclusion. PT Pelabuhan Indonesia 3 Persero have strong position in the market, especially at logistic. The impact of business environment towards port service industry in PT Pelabuhan Indonesia 3 Persero must provide opportunities for growth. The main challenge for the company is to maintain the quality of service in order to meet the international standards. Thank you.